Hello everyone! Are you ready to learn something new today? Great! Now what do you see in the picture? Correct! These are abbreviations. Do you know some of these abbreviations? If yes, kindly share what you know and state what they mean. Okay, good. Okay, so let's take some examples. We have here ROFL, which means rolling on the floor laughing. We also have here XOXO, which means hugs and kisses. We have ASAP, which means as soon as possible. We have BFF, which is best friends forever. Okay, so these are just some of the abbreviations we usually see when we are chatting our friends, when we are texting them, and so on. So these are abbreviations we usually see in social media. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of abbreviations? Basically, we use abbreviations to be able to converse faster. Okay, we use abbreviations so that we can express what we mean in a faster way. But there are also disadvantages in using abbreviations. And one of those is others might misunderstood what we actually mean, especially if we are not of the same generation. Okay. Now, in mathematics, we also use some kind of an abbreviation. What do I mean by that? So let's learn some of the basic concepts when it comes to algebra. Let's take a look at this expression, 3x plus 2. In algebra, this letter x here is what we call as a variable. It is a letter from the English alphabet representing possible values of quantity. These are unknown values. So again, since the value is not yet known, we cannot use a number to represent it. Therefore, we just use x as a symbol to represent that unknown value. And again, this letter x here is what we call as a variable. We also have numerical coefficient, which is a number that multiplies the variable. In this case, our numerical coefficient is this 3. Okay, 3x, it means 3 times x. Okay, so our numerical coefficient here is 3. We also have what we call constant, which is a fixed value. Okay, so our constant in this expression 3x plus 2 is this 2 because 2 is a fixed value. 2 here means 2, but 3x, we do not know yet what the value of this number is because we still have here a variable, which is a representation of an unknown value. Then in an expression, we have what we call as a term. A term is either a single number or a variable or numbers and variables multiplied together. Examples are 3x, 2, and y. Okay, so in this expression, we have two terms, and those are 3x and 2. Terms are usually separated by the operations addition and subtraction. Now let's have some examples to understand better these concepts. Let us identify the variables, constants, and coefficients in the following expressions. Let's start here at 10p. First, we have here a variable p. Okay, so again, a variable is a letter from the English alphabet, which represents an unknown value. Then we do not have a constant in this expression because there's no fixed value here. And our coefficient in this expression is 10 because 10 is to be multiplied to our variable here. Let's have the next one, 3x minus 2. Our variable here is x. Okay, so x is a letter from the English alphabet. This x here is not a multiplication, okay? Take note of that. You will learn more about it in our next lesson. For now, x here is a variable and not a multiplication symbol, okay? Then our constant is this negative 2 here. Minus 2, okay, is a negative 2. Okay, we will include the sign, okay, the operation when we are identifying the terms in our expression. Okay, so the constant is a negative 2. Then our coefficient is this 3, which is to be multiplied to our variable x. Next, in 5xy, our variables are x and y. Both of them are letters from the English alphabet. There's no fixed value here, so we don't have any constant. But this number here, which is 5, is called a coefficient because it is to be multiplied to our variables x and y. Next, we have 2a plus 9b. Okay. So our variables here are a and b because they are letters from the English alphabet. Our constant is none because there's no fixed value here. Then we have our coefficients as 2 and 9. Okay. 2 is to be multiplied to a and 9 is to be multiplied to b. That's why these are our coefficients. Lastly, we have 3m minus 5n plus 8. Okay, so we have here 2 letters from the English alphabet and those are m and n. That means these are our variables. Then we have a constant, which is this 8 here. We have the operation addition, so that means this is a positive 8. Again, earlier we have minus 2, so our constant here, which is 2, is a negative number because we have subtraction here. Okay, so we'll include that operation. In here, we have positive 8 plus 8 is positive 8. There's no need for us to write the positive sign here. And lastly, our coefficients are 3 and negative 5. Okay, so we'll multiply 3 to m, then we'll multiply negative 5 to n. I will explain to you in our next lessons why this minus sign here is equivalent to a negative sign and why this plus sign here is equivalent to a positive integer. Now let's proceed to the next basic concept we should know. Algebraic expression. It is a combination of one or more constants and variables along with at least one mathematical operation. Examples are 5y plus 6 and 3x plus 4y minus 7. We also have algebraic equation. It is a statement that shows equality between two or more expressions, at least one containing a variable, thus it always has an equal symbol. Example, we have 5y plus 6, then we equated it to 25. So that means 5y plus 6 is equal to 25. We also have 3x plus 4y minus 7 equals 50. Okay, let's have some examples. Identify if the given is an expression or equation. So let's have 3a plus 2. Okay, since we do not have here an equal sign, then this is an expression. Then we have 4x plus 5 equals 10 is an algebraic equation because it has an equal symbol. Then 5p is an expression. When we equate it to 15, then it will now become an equation. Then 2q minus 5s minus 3 is an expression since there's no equal symbol. And lastly, we have 3q minus 2s plus 7 equals 15 is an equation. So basically, an algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase, while an algebraic equation is a mathematical sentence. Okay, you can easily distinguish the two because an algebraic equation should always have an equal symbol. But take note that for it to become an algebraic equation, there should be at least one variable. So say for example, if you have 5 plus 2 is equal to 7, even if there is an equal symbol here, 5 plus 2 equals 7 is not considered an algebraic equation because it doesn't have any variable here. Instead, this is a mathematical sentence, okay, or a mathematical equation. And that's it for our lesson for today. Thank you for listening.